Okay, here we are in the attic. You can see that that's where the garage door bracket is, and that's where the light is for the garage. And this is the attic space. Back up a little bit here. See, the problem is they got it like this. I mean, the blown in is separated by some cardboard, and the garage is nothing. So that's the porch area soffit over there, and the cold air comes in and just lands in the ceiling area of the living space. I put that in yesterday, that foam, because there's so much drywall underneath. Seal it up first and put the foam on top. It's going to be the perimeter foam, and that's the wood stove there. So we're going to press on to do some work on that, get that fixed. See, this is the problem here. I can see the soffit. I don't want to see the soffit. Okay, so this is what it's like to be up in the attic. This is the reflectix. And there's the wood stove there. There's my channel. You can see there's no light coming through there. What I'm doing is, this is the rest of the attic, see? Just, there's my ceiling vents up there. And there's the other side of the attic over there. And what we're doing is, the sides, putting insulation back in there. This is the problem. I've never done it with this place, so solve this issue here. See, they used cardboard to block off the. When they blew in the insulation, they just used cardboard. You can see it there now. It's the last piece, so it's not so bad. There's the inside bedroom wall. And this is what I did last year. Sealed that all up. It was cold. There's the stairway. Excuse me, upstairs, entry area right there. The hole I made. So what we're doing is we're blocking off this part. That's the porch on the other side there, so it's not so bad. And I'm cutting this all off with a steak knife and putting reflectix on, and moving the insulation one at a time from one chamber to this side, and I'll move this over to here, and just keep moving over as time goes by. And as you can see, there's no light coming through. That gives me a chamber for airflow, for the roof to breathe. There's the issue. That's the soffit to the porch right there. That's what they used to block off the. This is what I'm putting in. Is this stuff. See, blew some mud into the porch area. Pull that back. That's the roof line right there. Okay. Here we go to the area. I'll give you a quick tour of the attic work. And this is my little workspace here. This is the garage area over here, and then I made a little wall to try and isolate the living space on the right, and the garage on the left. And there's a wood stove with some drywall around it. To the area here. This is what I've already done so far. I'm going to put concrete board around that, put another piece of pipe around that, and put concrete board around it. This is the reflectix up here. I'll box that in down there. Stuff hanging down, I'll trim that off after a while. But this is it. Working around blown insulation is nobody's cup of tea. Well, what does it say besides swearing? But these boards here, these work good to walk on. They're like shiplap boards or something like that, and they work good. Down here, that area there, I just did. I could see the roof through the. What they did was they put 3/8 or something plywood across, and made a barrier. Basically, it's not really sheathing. And what I've been doing is doing the splices with 2x4s, and so when I cover it up, I won't have to worry about the splice. That's ongoing. I'll go in here and show you this. Down here a little bit. Remember me showing you that same spot before with the cardboard flapped up. Now that's pretty well boxed in now down there, so it's quite the trick to do that. saw before. And moving it, blowing it around is hours of work. I gotta get that right now. This is the, that's the upstairs bedrooms, and that's the stairwell going up. Put that on there, and this is what I did to box off the living space. They had that foam there, that blue foam, blue-green or whatever. This stuff. This is on the outside of the house, actually, same stuff. And it's cracked. So I just pull it off, and that's great stuff up there. The large gap, big gap can. And boy, does that come out. So, anyway, I want to show you this from memorabilia. I don't know. I don't mind doing this. If you can see that down there, that's the problems area. There's no insulation down there. You know what I mean? Let's go down. I'll show you what I gotta do on this side. Well, that's the way they built the house, you know, there's nothing there. Where were codes back then, you know? And that's the blown end down there with the cardboard crap. What does that do, you know? Okay. Here's Richard signing off. Now I've covered that up with reflectix. Not really too happy with it. All it wants to do is curl. So there's a company online that sells a similar item. It has an R16 closed cell value. It's expensive, but I think I'll go with that instead. Next up for this wall is to put something between here and here, and R30 something, or something higher than that in there. You can pinch it in with this truss, and just showing how far I got there. I got all the way down to that corner, which is good, and I'm putting insulation in down there now. So it's good. This is how I shoot the foam in the end pieces with the tubing. Make sure it's stuck on there real good. And sometimes I tape this part down so it doesn't turn. If that turns, you're in trouble. And I taped a piece of metal foil tape to a piece of cardboard, and I did the bottom piece first, then the top piece, and then pushed the middle part in. Now we're going to foam it. So I was able to do one channel anyway. Not so far around. That's one done. Once those get done then on the one side, As you back up, air seal it. As you go back this way towards me, and then press over to the right hand side, and kick that over this way, and press over to the right more. See, then move all that nice material over to the left. Let me do a third one over. Do that end. That's a 220 line. Yep, you're right. All the wires go through the attic space and down to the outlets from the box way over on the outside of the building. You can go through the walls and all through the attic. Okay, I'm upside down on my back here, and this is how you start the reflectix. Put a couple inches over top of that white port, and then what you're going to do is you're going to put a couple pieces down here, a couple staples on this end, and then both ends, make sure they line up good. And then you're going to go on the other side and pull it and staple it on the end. I'll show you that in a minute. Okay, so now I've backed up with a roll behind me, and now I'm going to pull that tight and staple that up. The end's holding it up, but it's being pinched in. Actually, I'm holding it up with my head. It's not going to fall down though, it's pinched. And that's how you do it, because I can't go, they want me to go this way with the reflectix. And that's not going to happen with me. That's like, on the video of the reflectix channel, they show these flat, old homes. Good luck. You know, I got trusses here, so. And I'll see you in a few. Alright, it goes over a truss like that. I just use the hacksaw blade. Cut that with. I can tuck that under. Tuck that under. Staple that. Tape that good. Oh, we got this far anyway. This is on the back side of the house. That's the wall. Are you ready to shoot foam in this area down here? And that's the other side. That's where I crawl through there to get that. That's where the wood stove is. I'll put this piece of scrap from Home Depot in the trash over there. It looks good for probably about 2 inches thick. And there's some wires down there, if you can see that or not. I had to cut around that, and we're going to shoot foam in there. And as you get the corner done, just like the other ones, just keep throwing it back this way as you foam towards the walking area or crawling area. And actually, it's changed tips on a lot of these cans. They had some left of them. They just kept swapping tips around, cutting a little bit of the end off. If you pull the foam off, the tube might be still good. And I'm able to use a bunch of these old cans. I'm able to shake them and still hear stuff inside, so it still works. See what I did was I put a piece up there and cut around the splice so they all talk to each other. Instead of making independent bays, I want them to, airflow go across like this. So have a little hole in there, both sides, and bring that piece over, and should work. Yeah, so here's an example of my idea of it cross-stocking between the channels, that it would put this piece here and curve it around, staple it down here on this side and that side, and then one's blocked up on top for some reason, or lots of heat, they can all share the heat flow. And so this is just going to be taped. That's just going to be taped up there. So that's it. Wouldn't you know it, I come up with an idea after I get all this far. I'm trying to make this, that top part right there, get isolated and cross-talk to each other. Put two boards across like that, put them on both sides, and then bring your reflectix across that, and you have a nice chamber. Here I'm trying to figure